what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this chick Smooth vid. It's titled 50 Cent Death Threat from Diddy and Scary Warning in Miami over Netflix documentary Beef, allegedly. I have seen this doc popping up on my Netflix, but I'm like, how many Diddy docs they gonna make? But people have said that this one is way more legit and more interesting, and they, tell events in different ways, and it's supposed to have some new information, yada yada. If y'all seen it, let me know, is it worth watching? Because I feel like we've been Diddied to death this past year. But yeah, apparently the Netflix documentary made him look horrible. I mean, obviously, because 50 Cent is behind it in some way. I don't know what his role is exactly, but apparently the doc is bad enough to where Diddy is sending him threats. Diddy not playing with him. But let's see what's going on. Let's watch.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. Let the games begin. Looks like Diddy is not too happy with 50 Cent and Netflix for putting out the documentary about him, and he's now taking matters into his own hands. Now, ever since this doc came out a couple days ago, people have been looking at Diddy a lot differently. People are now seeing just how evil Diddy really was back in the days. How much Diddy actually exploited a lot of black artists. And of course, his involvement in the death of Tupac. Now, Diddy and his team has been going back and forth with Netflix over the last couple of days. They initially sent a cease and desist letter to
Netflix ain't worried about none of that, all right? They in the billionaire status. All right, about to be a trillionaire or $1 trillion company at some point. They done bought HBO apparently. I saw some headline that they have been buying like major networks and whatnot. I bought some more stock because I'm like, oh, okay, shit is getting crazy because their stock was already like $1,300 and then they had to split it. But anyway, so they are doing some things. So I was like, oh, I need to buy some on Netflix. So in short, they're very powerful is my point. So like they don't give a fuck what Diddy and his team talking about anyway. Still doing numbers. That's what they think.
Claiming the footage they used in the doc was stolen footage. They're claiming it was stolen footage that was never authorized for release. And on top of that, it's also a shameful hit piece. Of course, if you guys watched the doc, they pretty much had everybody that hated Diddy's guts in the doc. So when you have a bunch of people coming together to speak negatively about you, you're obviously going to feel like this was a targeted hit piece. But let's be honest. If you're somebody like Diddy that's allegedly fucked a lot of people over, it's a little bit hard to find people that would vouch for you and speak positively about you. Now, Netflix did respond back to them. They said, yo, this footage came to us. We obtained the footage legally, and we also have the necessary rights, bitch-ass nigga. We moved heaven and earth to keep the filmmaker's identity confidential. One thing about Sean Combs is that he's always filming himself, and it's been an obsession throughout the decades. We also reached out to Sean Combs' legal team for an interview and comments multiple times, but did not hear back. Now, Diddy's team did respond back and they sent some threats. They said, as you are undoubtedly aware, Mr. Combs has not hesitated to take legal action against media entities and others who violate his rights, and he would not hesitate to do so against Netflix. And once again, Netflix responded back to them. The claims being made about Sean Combs, The Reckoning, are false. The project has no ties to any past conversations between Sean Combs and Netflix. The footage of Combs leading up to his indictments and arrests were legally obtained. This is not a hit piece or an act of retribution. Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, is an executive producer, but doesn't have creative control. No one was paid to participate.
So messy.
AKA, these people that you see in this doc trashing you, Diddy, these niggas did it for free.
Ooh.
They willingly took time off from work just to come talk about you. That's how bad your character is. Now, yesterday, Diddy's former security guard, Roger Bonds, actually came out to explain how Netflix got the footage. Apparently, Diddy records himself 24/7, and he was doing so during his case. Turns out Diddy did not want to pay the people that was recording him, obviously because he was found guilty, so they took the footage and they sold it to Netflix. Here's what his former security guard said.
I'm getting it at your bonds. Yo, man, yo, how 50 get? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, Puff, take this stuff on that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right? Whether it's NDAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, He only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They want that opportunity. So they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day on call. Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now, they come to agreement.
That's very odd. Someone who was as shady as he was or is, but he ain't doing nothing now, he in jail. But, you know, considering all of the horrible things that he has done, I would think he wouldn't want that recorded. So very odd that he wanted a camera on him all the time. So there's evidence of his wrongdoing. So I'm assuming that Netflix has shown all of that. So maybe I will watch it.
They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay. He gets in touch with the office. He gets in touch with the chief of staff. Yo, what is this I'm paying? What is this I'm paying? You know what you paying. You was outside all of these hours. It's 160 something hours in a week. You was outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He can do whatever he want to do with that footage. So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get that. This is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity.
And now fast forward to this morning, looks like Diddy is sick of 50 Cent and he's now letting him know and also sending threats. 50 Cent was out in Miami last night. He had a show at Club 11 and you guys will never believe what Diddy did, allegedly. According to 50 Cent, Diddy sent him some flowers while he was performing at the club. 50 posted this picture saying, yo, what kind of gay shit is this? Diddy sent me flowers at Club 11. LOL, why all the foreplay? Get busy. You know I'm stupid. Now 50 knows exactly what this is. This is Diddy basically telling him, bro, I know exactly where you are and I could have easily gotten you touched if I wanted to. 50 Cent goes on to write in the caption saying, a warning? I'm 90s grimy, lit.
Okay, the note just has his name on it and the address.
Nigga, you don't warn me. Now, some people are saying that this flower arrangement actually looks like funeral flowers, which of course 50 Cent has to take as an obvious threat, which means security is going to be tighter for 50 Cent. And on top of that, the man is pissed off now. We all know what happens to people that seemingly pose threats to 50's life. Usually does not end well for them. And with Diddy in prison, who knows what kind of strings 50 Cent can possibly pull. Now, here's my thing. This is not really the smartest thing to do if you're Diddy. You gotta remember, while you're locked up, your family's out here. You wanna make sure your family, your kids, everybody can move around safely.
Right.
So if you're making threats like this and sending funeral warnings to somebody like 50 Cent, you gotta think about your family first. The last thing you want is to be locked up in prison and get a message that somebody has caused harm to your family. And I'm sorry, but this does not help your case at all. People already think that you're evil. And now you're sending somebody funeral flowers from prison? Hey, dog, peace and love to everybody. You guys get in the comments.
That's wild, but this falls in line with what they were detailing during the case, that he would do things like this to intimidate people. A lot of people were afraid of him, and, you know, this is why, because this is how he would move, and people would know that, okay, this is a powerful man, so they didn't want to cross him or, you know, do anything to slight him in any type of way. This makes me think of the situation with Kid Cudi, how he broke into Kid Cudi's house and like opened Christmas gifts and like moved stuff around and then like left. And when Cudi came back, he was like, what the hell? And he testified this in court. So it's like, he's still up to his old tricks. He hasn't changed at all. But yeah, crazy. If y'all have seen this doc and it's worth watching, let me know. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.